Hey guys, welcome to Warrior Wisdom Wednesday, episode number 4. And we're talking about, is violence the answer? That's our topic today. By the way, do me a favor before we get started. Will you click, follow, like, share, do all that good stuff. Help get the word out about Master Dave and the House of Warriors, martial arts and kickboxing. So this kind of comes up a lot in martial arts. And you hear this term a lot, violence is not an answer. And I kind of have to sit there and reflect, because I used to kind of think one way, but then after meeting some certain very educated self-defense experts, you kind of start to see things in a different light, and you start to pick the words out a little bit. And I even did this when I was involved in Tenedorio many years ago in an organization where we had a lot of people like that. Violence is not the answer. And I'm going to tell you what my personal feeling about that is, but let's talk about violence. Let's talk about the world today. So it seems like we've gone backwards in a lot of ways. And we have people who had protection, now had the protection stripped away from them. So kids are being even more bullied now, and it's being accepted that they should just man up, or they should be tougher, or whatever. And in a lot of ways I think so, yes. But in a lot of ways, we've kind of like stepped back, and now it seems like we're harming these children more and just allowing it to happen. Women who have always had issues with being assaulted or molested by opposite genders, and then all of a sudden they had more protection. Now it seems like we're going backwards again, and we're just telling them to man up. And we have gone back in a lot of ways. And now you come back to the original question: is violence an answer? Well, someone explained to me this way: if you just violently react to just be violent and just to harm somebody, and just to, because that makes you feel good to hurt somebody, and you want to be the bad guy, the tough guy, whatever, then no, it's not the answer. But if we use violence appropriately, then it is an answer. And if you think about it, and I sat there and I told an instructor one time, we always say violence isn't an answer, but in reality we study very violent movements, very violent reactions to other people using violence against us to harm us. So in reality, violence is an answer. It shouldn't be the answer, but appropriate violence used correctly is an answer. Notice I said appropriately and correctly. Someone throws a punch at me. I have the choice to block, cover, and counter-strike. I also have the choice to block, counter-strike, hit again, knee strike, break the leg. I can go as far as I want. In that case, maybe I used too much violence. I was trying to protect myself. So when we think of it this way, appropriate violence is an answer. And we have to start teaching our children, and this kind of relates to a whole broad of things. Let's pick kids, bullied kids. We have to teach them that, yes, I'm teaching these very violent movements. You know, my mom used to teach me jogo de pau, the stick fighting from Portugal, or I would do Tenedorio, and my instructor would say this and say, I'm teaching you some very violent stuff. I'm teaching you how to hurt somebody. I'm teaching you how to do stuff that could really destroy them for the rest of their life. However, it's an appropriate response to when you're in danger. And I like that term. It's like, and it's the old term, only use it when you really have to. Now, if you have to and you hurt somebody, worry about those repercussions later, because it's about you first. That was in another video we did previously, right? I have to protect myself. I got people around me. Now, take it also to another term. We have, like, let's pick women, from like young teen girls, older teen girls, to adult women. Let's go all that broad. Now, we're in a society where it's okay to marginalize females. It's okay to marginalize them because we perceive them to be the weak gender. We perceive them to be weaker than a male. And I do this example all the time in my class, where I have a young woman, maybe a 16-year-old girl, or one of the other adult women, and I said that, I picked this one girl in particular because she kind of has that look of just a typical everyday girl. And I grabbed her on the arm for self-defense technique, and I said, now why would somebody like me, as big as I am, want to attack this person? And they said it right away, because we think women are weak. And this was her brother, this was her kids, we think girls are weak. And I said, is that the truth? They said, absolutely not. We've seen this girl punch. So I asked her just to react, and I pulled her, and I did like stuff like somebody would try to do, and she reacted. And she used violence appropriately. So in that case, violence is appropriate. I said, do not worry about what's going to happen if you have to react. We have a choice to react. We also have a choice to flee after we act. We have a choice to get to safety after we act. It's when we don't do those things is then when violence was an inappropriate answer. Okay, so that's what we have to relate to our friends, our family, our kids, the women we train. Violence is an answer. An appropriate use of violence, used appropriately to protect yourself, is an answer. No way around it. We do violent things every day in martial arts, kickboxing, or whatever. We do violent things. But here's the thing, and this is what my students say, but what's the thing, sir? Violence without, if martial arts had no code of ethics, no way to live, no lifestyle kind of ideals, then it is just pure violence, and it's harmful, and it won't help anybody. But martial arts, with a code of ethics, with a way to live, with standards, with a proper attitude being conveyed to you, is an appropriate way to handle violence using violent measures. Okay? Much like the military. Military has a choice. We can engage or not engage, and when we engage, it's very surgical, it's to the point, so we use violence to protect our country or to protect our friends or however. That is an appropriate way to use violence. So I want you to leave you that, friends. Violence can be an answer when used correctly. It shouldn't be, but it is, and it is the world we live in. And as I used to say, if you want peace, you got to prepare for war. So train hard. All right, I'll see you guys on the next episode. Thank you for watching. Have a kicking day.